On to the presidential election, a make-or-break moment for President Biden, who held his first news conference since last month's debate set off a firestorm over his fitness to serve a second term. He remains defiant.
So there's a long way to go, this campaign. And so I'm just going to keep moving. We've never been here before. And that's the other reason why you say, hand off to another generation. I've got to finish this job.
Just minutes after that press conference, which included some flubs, another prominent Democrat from the tri-state area called on the president to step aside. CBS 2's 𝗪𝗔𝗦𝗛𝗏 joins us live from Greenwich, Connecticut, with more on what Connecticut Representative 𝗪𝗓𝗓𝗓 had to say. Good morning, Natalie.
Well, good morning, Cindy and Mary. As you just mentioned, the list of names calling on President Biden to drop out of the race continues to grow. The latest right here in the 4th District of Connecticut, where we are, 𝗪𝗓𝗓𝗓 adding his name to the list. This district includes Bridgeport, Stamford, Norwalk, as well as Fairfield. Now, if you were watching last night, or as you just heard in that intro, President Biden insisting he is staying in the race. But in his first news conference in 8 months, he did not get off to a strong start, making that flub when talking about Vice President Harris, calling her Vice President Trump. This comes after a gaffe earlier at the NATO summit when he introduced President Zelensky of Ukraine as President Putin. And in light of what many called his disastrous debate performance just 2 weeks ago, Biden has been trying to reassure members of his party. Some did give him credit for his grasp of foreign policy and lengthy answers on China, Russia, and Gaza, and still say they believe in his ability to beat Donald Trump in November. But many others, including Congressman 𝗪𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓 of Connecticut, are calling for Biden to drop out, saying he purposely waited until after the NATO summit to release his statement.
You know, that's precisely the problem, right? This is not about one press conference, one debate, one speech. This is about the presidency of the United States. It's about an apocalyptically powerful individual, and whether the trajectory to the election and the outcome of the election and beyond, in the event that Joe Biden were reelected, into a job that requires you to deal with the most hideous stuff on the planet. The president doesn't get to answer any easy questions.
Now, there are many who continue to say they will back Biden. Those include Governor Kathy Hochul, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, Senator 𝗪𝗓𝗓 𝗪𝗓𝗓, House Democratic Leader Hakeem Jeffries, but also among those calling for him to step down, New York Congressman Pat Ryan, New York Congressman Joe Morelle, New Jersey Congresswoman Mickey Sherrill, New York Lieutenant Governor Antonio Delgado. So that's just to name a few. And sources say potentially dozens of Democrats will continue to call for Biden to step aside in the coming days. We are live from Greenwich, Connecticut. 𝗪𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓, CBS 2 News.